An astronaut is performing routine maintenance on the International Space Station when their tether snaps. They're floating away from the station, their life support system still attached but rapidly depleting their oxygen supply. This is how they die. Just kidding. Hey there, welcome to my channel. When it comes to depictions of space, Hollywood loves to make things explosive. From people bursting like water balloons to spaceships blowing up entire planets, the final frontier has never looked so action-packed. But are these spacewalk scenes realistic? Let's find out. You are looking at a real spacewalk, but there's something very wrong. Can you spot what it is? Pause the video here if you want to make a guess. In this video, we'll be analyzing the spacewalk to determine whether or not this is how astronauts would die off-screen. We'll also be answering a burning question. Does the human body explode in space? Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Let's rewind the video to see what happens. This astronaut was performing a routine spacewalk when their safety tether became undone, sending them drifting away from the International Space Station. Without the protection of the Earth's atmosphere, the astronaut is exposed to the harsh environment of space. Their body begins to swell. Internal pressure drops, causing gases dissolved in the blood to form bubbles. With no pressure to keep them in liquid form, the oxygen in the astronaut's blood boils and forms bubbles in the bloodstream. The astronauts' eyes pop wide with terror as they realize the gravity of the situation, pun intended. Skin begins to puff up as water and other fluids migrate from the bloodstream into the astronaut's cells. Frost forms on the astronaut's exposed skin as the temperature drops. Now the astronaut is dead. Or are they? Nope, not quite. This astronaut is actually alive and well, just very uncomfortable. After 8 hours of corrective surgery, doctors were able to recompress the astronaut's lungs, which had expanded but not exploded upon reaching the surface. Although this astronaut did survive, there are some key differences between this scenario and what would happen to someone floating in space without a suit. Namely, the fact that this astronaut was only exposed to the vacuum of space for 15 minutes, whereas this person would be exposed indefinitely or until rescued, and the fact that this person wasn't tethered to a space station, meaning they wouldn't have anything to hold onto or the ability to move around, making it much more difficult for rescuers to retrieve them. In the real world, space is deadly, but the truth is even more terrifying than fiction. Astronauts know the risks of space travel and take every precaution to ensure their safety during a spacewalk. If an astronaut's suit were to breach while outside of the space station, they would follow several emergency protocols, such as donning a backup suit if available, sealing off the breached section of the space station and pressurizing the crew cabin to foresight. In the event of a hull breach, NASA would use a combination of their in-space and on-ground resources to recover the astronaut, including the SpaceX Dragon and Northrop Grumman (SGN)-SS robotic vehicles. In the unlikely event that neither vehicle was available, NASA would use the Canadarm to retrieve the astronaut. Worst-case scenario, NASA has plans in place to send a rescue mission to recover the stranded astronaut. So next time you're watching a movie about an astronaut stranded in space, remember that although Hollywood may get some details right, the truth is always stranger than fiction. I think we can all agree that getting sucked into space is pretty terrifying, but what about being crushed by a planet? Check out this video to see how that would happen. Thanks for watching.